perfectly perched and aligned. But over there, in the distance, is the Walthamstow Wetlands, the largest urban wetlands in Europe. The largest urban wetlands one could find in Europe. If there's any fact you want to take in today, please take into account that. For those of you that are curious about its location and how to reach here, it's in East London. Its closest station comes from, or is reliant upon, Walthamstow Station, or occasionally Blackwall Station, which is of course in the Victoria line. The blue line, that is. It's a 10 to 15 or 20 odd minute walk. Perfect to burn your calzones. Perfect to embrace the air as you arrive from the urban side of town. And once you arrive, you fully get ingratiated. What an absolutely beautiful view. And for those of you that are concerned, I am here with Tracy. For those of you that haven't seen her before, she's been in my vlogs before, but she's from Birmingham. I haven't been. She's gonna do a runner shortly, so I'll have my time to enjoy the. That's right. I'll have my time to. And there she runs away, fast and swiftly. Now that Tracy is out of my way, I can explore this beautiful landscape. And one other thing to note, I'm sure you guys out there, wherever you are in the world, you're probably watching, you're probably thinking, well, what to do with my life? Well, the first thing you could do with your life is to explore and then get some inspiration. So let's do this together in holy matrimony. Toxic plant, giant hogweed. Please stay at the designated pathways. Contact with this plant may require medical attention. Okay, so I'm just going to stay on course. Don't want to stray too far, don't want to get hurt by plants. You know what they're like, they can be a bit nasty sometimes. Please do not enter the wildlife area. Setbacks. Not to worry, we'll go around the other side. There's an entire convoy there, all merging into the river. Actually, are they going to touch the river? Yeah, okay, cool. Perfectly aligned. What a beautiful shot to see. Let's go around the other side. Let's do this. The let's do this word is going to be very frequent to say in this kind of a vlog. Those folks there, they're part of the trust. I saw them with their binoculars, preying on the birds, examining. This is of course a place for birds, that is, and probably insects as well, but mostly for the birds here. A bit like Tracy, who fled the scene 5 minutes ago. She should be back soon. She's going on a run. We got a friend here. Emergency throw line. Just a word of warning. You kind of don't want to be doing these things, especially at the risk of being drowned. There's the odd occasional tourist we can hear. Be careful though, tourists. Quite a number of birds located around. Perfect place for breeding, perfect place for migration. And what more do you want with birds? Let them have their habitat, let them enjoy their time. Because we do the same thing, no? What's up? I see you guys busy eating away. I better back off now. Yeah, gotta be careful here. Don't want to get into any altercations with birds. You know what they're like. One one of the coolest things to tell you guys is that it is protected by the London Wildlife Trust. Hopefully they're doing their job, like one of our former Prime Ministers called Liz Truss. But not to worry. Size-wise, well, the size of this place, as everyone always wants to know, is about 211 hectares. It does give you a scope. Does give you a large breeding ground for the birds, if that makes sense. Once again, a kind reminder, borders and boundaries. Gotta be careful on this one, I'm going downhill. Not as steep as one would imagine, but for the health and safety of me, let's take the route. I ain't gonna slip. If I do, well then I could sue Waltham Council. I probably couldn't go anyway. I got down safely after all. I think we've just reached the exit, well, the entrance. So that means I have to go backwards. And here's just the entrance. You can see we've taken the Coppermill Lane entrance. Let's just enjoy this. Look at that, fascinating. Look at this, it's about 10 reservoirs here. Now I don't want to scare you guys, but you might need to bring your N95 masks here. Just passing the Coppermill stream. A little bit calm down here. Just what we need. Just what you need to feel. Interesting building here. Let's see what it's all about. Please keep the doors closed behind you to prevent birds getting trapped. Wow. Let's do this. You can see its historical explanations. 1066, the first written reference to a water mill at Walthamstow Manor. The history. Wow. Okay. It appears that they may have made coins here back in the day of the 1800s of sorts. Cool. Age of steam. Let's proceed. Wow. The lift seems to be not for able-bodied people. Not to worry, I can walk up these stairs. This certainly is a very old building, judging by the rusting of the bricks, metallic infrastructure here. It appears to me that I've reached the watchtower. What can I say? This gives me an aerial insight into the history of this place. Look at that. An aerial view of the reservoir, of the wetlands. Yeah, gotta keep safe with this. Let me show you the view. And a better view of the Coppermill stream. Wow. A lonely bird in the midst. Seems someone left a beer can. Let's see if we can take this away. It's not necessary. I don't really drink beer. Whiskey's my weapon of choice, for those of you that want to know. Let's take it away. Gotta do the good Samaritan business. Go now. Let's do this. Let's just take a final look at this timeline chart. Copper coins. Can't go wrong. Grade 2 listed. As you can already tell, water plays a significant role here. Wow. What a breath of fresh air. Yeah, various species of birds. All out and about, enjoying this nice May day. Summer's beginning. You can already hear the sounds of birds as well. You could just hear them. It's like it's one big party down here. Of course, they're slightly segregated in their own kind. You know, I'm sure that wherever you are in the world, you will have a place like this. I'm not too sure about life in the desert, if you're from the Middle East, that is. Maybe you have your own type of species there. Who knows? Do film away, do get out, do inspire, do take in the birds. See how they migrate, if you can, that is. Come, let's do this together. And with the birds, of course. And the bird arrives. We've just finished a pit stop here at the pub. It's called the Ferry Boat Inn. Anyway, back to part 2. Walthamstow. Let's do this. Fantastic. We've reached the second and final part of the Walthamstow Wetlands tour. A place steeped with diversity of bird life, a place steeped with such blue waters that it makes even the River Nile, if that's what it's called, back in the Middle East or Egypt. It puts it to tad shape. Or it makes the Ganges put it to shame. Let's just take a look. Goodbye, Stella Can. I can see some friends already in the making. Let's go check them out. You can see Tracy is trying to communicate.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can communicate with one. Alright, okay, I better back off now. Not quite the close encounters of the third kind. Sneering at me. Is it because I'm brown? Is that why? I don't know. Well, Tracy, would you like to head up a field and tell me what it's all about? Not to worry. We're both gonna go up. Me first. You see steps? I do see steps too.
Or the trail.
Well, I'm not sure what's safer, the steps or the old man walking up ahead. Now, just for safety and security, I've got Tracy scouting for me. Yeah, so let me take the steps instead. Okay? Looks relatively safe from here, but I can testify to you guys and girls, right now we're looking at a really beautiful view. Let's have a look. Just to let you guys know, Tracy is safe and sound. But over there in the distance is the blue waters. Best way to describe this place is it is simply stunning, but also simply, well, it's serene. You do get a little bit of birds making noise, but I'm sure you guys can handle that right now, at least. I know there's been far too many scenes of me and birds today, including Tracy, that is, but let's do it. Let's see another one. Don't worry folks, I've learnt my lesson. A word of warning for you folks. Just a lot of brown stuff on these paths. Well, I can only imagine who's doing this, and with all due respect, as much as I am overdosed on birds today, we do have to name and blame these creatures. I've so far been careful. I've not stepped on any, but I'm sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure. Come down if you're around. Maybe you have something like this in your own town, maybe a village, if such a thing exists, a reservoir, a wetlands, somewhere in the urbanness. But for now, let me say goodbye, and I wish you well. Let's just end this shot with a parting nice shot of someone. Walthamstow Wetlands, a place of birds, a place of water, and a place where they all meet together. Thank you guys once again. And whoever that person is, may he or she or they subscribe.